Hey, welcome back to my Beast Within playthrough. This is episode, I can't remember, 5? Last episode, we finished Grace's chapter, went into Gabriel's chapter. Gabriel got a package from Grace explaining her research on the werewolves, and he went to the Hunters Club to poke around, talk to Xavier a little bit. I think that's the long and short of it. This episode, I was going to see if I could get something out of the commissar. He's standing right here at this scene. I don't actually
wonder who the victim was
don't actually know anything about this murder. The paper back at the farmhouse might have said something about it, but I don't know what I can show the commissar that he would like. So, just trying to think. I got a bunch of journals. I got Dr. Klingman's hunting license, still holding on to that. What is this? Okay. I don't think the commissar wants this. Oh.
Commissar Lieber, my name is Gabriel Knight. I need to discuss some evidence with you.
What do you want? I'm busy here.
There we go.
I have some evidence here that contradicts your zoo wolves theory. I was wondering if maybe we could discuss it.
Look, I don't know who you are or what you think you're doing, but I don't have time for this.
So he thinks it's escaped wolves that are killing everyone. He doesn't want to hear that. I'm gonna go home and read the newspaper. I don't think it's... Actually, I think I tried to look at it last episode and he said there was nothing of interest. Oh no, I was trying to write a letter to Grace. Let's see. This might be just the same news article. Oh, okay. Killer wolves. Let's see. Strike in the inner city.
It looks like there's been another wolf killing, and this one occurred last night in downtown Munich.
Okay. So we got another wolf attack. I don't know how that helps me. Oh, Gabriel. What are we doing? Running all around, I can't figure out what it is I'm supposed to do. Okay, so the commissar won't talk to me, and I run all around trying to figure out... Ubergrau, the attorney, doesn't have anything to say to me. There's nothing new at home to do. There's nothing new at the zoo to do. I can't go to the police station yet. So I'm missing something, and I'm wondering if it's out this back door.
I don't think I should get too... It just leads to a back alley.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean...
Nice plant.
Isn't that where we want to go? Don't we want to go around back to
It just leads to a back...
to the alley? Although I guess the cops would get mad at us.
I think I've pumped that particular well dry.
Gabriel has such delightful ways of saying things.
I don't think they'd know much about it. I don't think they'd know much about it.
Okay, time to look this up because I am already stuck. Cuckoo Clock Store is now finally open, so I did have the right idea clicking on the storefronts. I just clicked on the wrong one. So back to Marine Plots we go. My favorite place in the entire game. Good old Marine Plots. How am I supposed to know that now's the time to go into the clock shop? How would I know that? Other than you just click on everything, right? It's an adventure game.
Cuckoo clocks.
Yeah, I don't know how I was supposed to know how to do this. There was no clue leading me here. I was just gonna wander up and down and click on everything.
Hello.
Grüß Gott.
He doesn't strike me as a sparkling conversationalist.
Authentic Black Forest cuckoo clocks. Maybe.
Nope.
Authentic Black Forest cuckoo clocks. Maybe Gracie would like one for her shop redecoration.
Just buy a clock, I guess. Ugh, I really hate this system so much. Because once you click on something, it's impossible to get rid of it without...
I'd rather pick something out first.
Okay.
I'm not crazy about that one.
Authentic Black Forest cuckoo. Authentic.
Cute.
Yeah, well, there is in there this sound thing, you know, to wake up. You know, in the morning.
An alarm clock.
Ja, alarm clock, ja, richtig. Ja.
How much is it?
Wie viel? 60 marks.
Not too bad. I mean, it's a handmade cuckoo clock, right? Like what? 45 bucks?
I'll take that woodpecker clock.
40 bucks?
60 marks, bitte.
Jawohl.
That's all right. I'll take it as it is.
What are we going to do with this cuckoo clock?
Dankeschön.
Bitte. I'm so confused.
Bitte.
Now do we go out to the alley? Are we going to try to distract people? What do we do with this thing? Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this cuckoo clock, but I think I can give the evidence to these reporters. Where is it? This is the evidence. Here we go. Oh, look at that hair. It's
Are
amazing.
y'all with the news? I have some information you might find of interest.
You're an American,
That's right.
and you believe you have information about the mutilation killings.
I do have some information, yes, ma'am. I was about to discuss it with the commissar over there, but he seems kind of busy. I thought I'd speak with y'all instead.
Nun gut, was soll's. Dreh schön, Dieter. Wir befinden uns am Tatort des bis jetzt letzten bizarren Todesfalles, der durch die Killerwölfe herbeigeführt wurde. Mit mir befindet sich ein Amerikaner, der offensichtlich wichtige Hinweise bezüglich dieses Mordfalles hat. You believe you have information about the wolf killing, sir?
Yes, I do. I was about to ask Commissar Liebe over there some questions, such as why animal hair found at the crime scene is reddish brown when the escaped zoo wolves were gray.
Fragt, wieso die Tierhaare am Tatort rötlich-braun sind, wie doch die entlaufenen Zuwölfe offensichtlich grau waren.
And how come paw prints found at the scene indicate an animal much larger than the zoo wolf species Canis Lupus, lupus.
Why is he yelling at? Oh, I mean, he's trying to get the Commissar's attention, but he's really leaning into it.
How did you get this information?
Well,
All right. You have my attention. Now, who are you?
I'm Gabriel Knight, the American novelist. I've been by your station to see you, but funny thing, they would not let me in.
All right. I'll see you at the station later, but only if you agree to get out of here and
Okay,
not talk to
good.
the Pues.
Okay.
You got it.
Maybe this reporter is the blonde woman I had a vague memory of. I'm like, there's a hot blonde woman in this game. Maybe it was just her. So now can we go to the police station?
Kommen Sie herein.
Gabriel and cops.
Commissar Lieber, so generous of you to see me.
Sit down, Mr. Knight.
This music is so loud.
Now, you will tell me what you think you know
Thank
about
you.
this case, yes?
How do you say quid pro quo in German?
There is no translation.
Thanks so much for your time.
Sit down.
What are you proposing exactly?
You want information? I want information. It's kind of convenient that way.
I can't give you police information.
Why not? I'm not asking for anything confidential. Hell, I can't even read the damn newspapers around here. Press release stuff, that's all I want.
All right. But then it's your turn. Agreed?
I hear you.
Okay. So am I just gonna show him this?
I'm not sure why I'd want to show.
Do I just talk to him? Am I jumping the gun? Okay.
How long have you been a commissar?
10 years.
All of them here in Munich?
Yes.
And a criminal commissar is like, what, a police detective in America?
Americans don't have so many ranks, I think. A German criminal commissar is, say, more like an English chief inspector.
Ah, P.D. James.
What?
Nothing.
Is that a reference to the first game? I'm not sure.
Tell me about the other victims.
What do you want to know?
Was P.D. James like someone famous? Oh, okay. She was Phyllis Dorothy James, Baroness James of Holland Park, known professionally as P.D. James, was an English novelist. She wrote a series of detective novels featuring police commander and poet Adam Dalgleish. So he's referring to a real-life author who also wrote detective stories, much like Gabriel.
How many victims have there been?
5, including the one downtown.
Could there be bodies out there that you haven't found yet?
No. The killings have been done in broad daylight. Body parts left like a trail of boat criminal. Breadcrumbs?
Jack the Ripper Wolf.
Right outside the club, you say.
When were the other victims killed?
The first was 32 days ago.
2 days after the zoo wolves escaped. And the others?
The 2 teenage boys were killed 20 days ago. The Huber girl 6 days ago.
They're speeding up.
Maybe.
What about the locations of the killings? Any pattern there?
You can see for yourself if you like. I have a marked map on the wall. Until last night, the killer always struck 30 to 40 minutes outside the city. The first was killed north of München near Esching. The 2 males were killed in Feldkirchen, that's east. Tony Huber was killed on her parents' farm just west of Lacham.
What does forensics say about the killer?
That information is not for the press.
But the bite marks, saliva, you've seen the bodies, I haven't.
All I can say is, it is an animal.
Mind if I take a guess?
Werewolf.
Your boys in the lab say the bite marks are canine and are closer to wolf than to dog. But beyond that, they can't pin it down. Nothing like it on the records. Probably a weird hybrid. Yeah. That's what I thought. Have you given any thought at all about the possibility of
What?
He knows it's a dumb idea.
werewolf?
Yeah.
Never mind. The killer isn't one of the zoo wolves, is it?
That is information the press does not have, Mr. Knight. I expect it to stay that way.
I understand.
As you pointed out so loudly at the crime scene, evidence on the killer does not match what we know of the zoo wolves.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts about that?
Either there is a mistake with the zoo records.
I think the zoo would know if they had a reddish-brown hybrid in the wolf kennel.
I didn't say it was likely. Another possibility is, of course, that another animal is responsible.
Wild?
Possibly. Maybe. A pet.
A pet? As in, maybe the reason you haven't been able to track the thing is that it's going into someone's home.
It's possible.
Going into its own home.
You keep saying an animal. You found evidence of only one animal? One bite pattern, one saliva type?
Yes.
Yet 2 wolves escaped from the zoo.
As you say, the zoo wolves do not figure into this at all.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. No, I definitely would not say that.
I mean, other than Herr Dr. Klingman being involved.
Tell me about the latest victim.
Male, 52, Grossberg was the name. He was a furrier. Ironic, isn't it?
A furrier. What an amazing coincidence. Have any theories about why the killer struck downtown this time?
No. Do you?
I read somewhere that wolves are clean animals. They don't kill close to their lair unless they're forced to.
But lair? What are you talking about?
Not sure, actually. Random thought.
Unless they're forced to. So if they're killing people right outside the hunting club, then were they forced to kill this guy? Was it a surprise? Were they, like, caught off guard?
Have you ever heard of anyone or anything called the Black Wolf?
The hair samples we have are all reddish brown.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering if you'd heard of a black wolf in general.
Hold on.
It's got something. Maybe something more modern than what Grace found?
Here is this.
What?
Missing persons case. A runaway teenaged girl. It happened in 1989 in a town called Kirschel, in the Nationalpark Bayerischer Wald, Bavarian National Forest.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just thought I remembered something. It was a sad case, you know. She was very pretty. Ah, yes. Here it is.
What?
There was a supposed witness. An old lady who lived on the edge of town near the woods. She says she saw the girl go into the woods the night she disappeared. Says the wolf got her.
The wolf?
The old lady had been complaining for some time about a huge black wolf in the woods. But no one believed her. She was verrückt, crazy.
Rude.
No one else ever saw the thing?
Hadn't been any wolves in those woods for 50 years.
So there was probably nothing to it.
That's what I thought at the time. Of course, that was years before this case. Never heard of wolf attacks back then.
Is this lady still alive?
Do you get a lot of missing persons cases in Germany?
Oh, sure. Mostly teenagers, runaways. It gets worse all the time. Families are not like they used to be, yes?
Social commentary.
Suppose not. That's all I wanted to know.
Good. We discuss you now, yes?
I guess.
You want to tell me, or do I have to ask?
I'm investigating the murder of Tony Yuba for her parents.
Why?
I'm an investigator. That's what I do.
You're an American P.I.?
You could say that.
And how did the Hubers end up hiring you?
Mutual friends?
I see. And this evidence you have?
A paw print and some hair samples from the Yuba farm. I spoke with some folks at the zoo as well.
All right, Mr. Knight. I don't know how the police deal with you in America, but in this country, we don't like civilian interference.
I understand.
If you hear something, you come to me. If you see something, you come to me. And under no circumstances are you to speak with the press. You do. And I'll have your passport.
Well, you wouldn't like it. It was a bad hair day.
I am quite serious.
I swear, not a word.
All right. I can't stop you from investigating, but stay out of our way.
Quiet as a shadow. That's me.
All right. So I think that's
I don't
it.
have any more questions for the commissar.
Can we look at this? Just casual. Being real casual. Okay. So this must be the Huber's case.
This map, it marks the locations of all the wolf killings, right?
Yes. What?
The one last night, the one in the middle, doesn't really fit, does it?
It has to fit. It happened.
I suppose.
That it? Okay. Stockmanstrasse, 405. Okay. So maybe, telephone. 555-4432. I wonder if I can go home and
Grossberg.
call someone. Okay, thank you. Really gotta savor this FMV. Let's get out of here.
I'm gonna take off.
Stay out of trouble.
Of course.
Americans. Can you even believe them? Okay. Oh. Here we go. Perla. That's a new place. Missed it. Oh, because I had to look at the Baron's card.
Entschuldigung, Baron.
That's why.
Gabriel Knight ist hier, c'est Suzanne.
Lassen Sie bitte ihn herein. Gabriel, what a pleasure to see you so soon. Bringen Sie uns bitte ein zweites Glas Wein.
Hope I'm not taking advantage of your kind invitation.
Well, my invitations are meant to be kept. Come, warm yourself. I hope you like wine. I got hooked on the grape when I lived in France.
It's fine, Baron.
Call me Friedrich.
All right.
Good. I like to have things settled. You were going to tell me how you found the club and about your hunting in America.
Oh, there must be more interesting subjects.
No doubt. You are a man who runs deep, I suspect.
On my off days.
I find nothing more stimulating than a new companion. A fresh mind with treasures to reap. New thoughts like rare birds uncovered and examined, one by one.
Are you coming on to me?
Only when people know each other well that they run out of things to say.
May we never be so cursed. Are you from Munich originally?
No, I was raised abroad. But both of my parents had deep Bavarian roots.
Really? Where abroad?
All over. France, England, South America, North America.
Argentina?
I love to travel.
There was something about... Where were those Manos del Sol? Where were they out of? It was Brazil, wasn't it?
But
Yeah,
tell me
Brazil.
about your family.
The Von Glovers? We are not nearly as old a line as the Ritters, I'm afraid.
Do you have a wife? Children?
Good God, no.
You sound like someone else I know.
I've been picking up on certain similarities between us. Do you have relatives? How fares the Ritter family tree?
I'm the last.
I too. I suppose all trees eventually stop bearing fruit.
How'd you end up here?
My circumstances were probably not much different than your own. I wanted to return to the land of my ancestors, and so I did. Which reminds me, you were going to tell me how the Ritter family ended up in America.
My grandfather. He left the family and went to New Orleans.
But you chose to return to the family. Why?
If you want to know the truth, I didn't have a hell of a lot of choice.
Yes. I understand.
I mean, that's not true. I guess you wanted to make Great Uncle Wolfgang happy. Dead, but you wanted to honor his memory, so you came back to the castle. But you didn't have to come back.
Tell me about the club.
I'd prefer it if you formed your own opinions. To be perfectly frank, I could use a fresh perspective. That's one reason why I invited you to join us.
How about telling me about the other club members?
Ah, my select few. You find them valuable friends once you get to know them.
Did most of them come to the club through you?
For the most part. Though occasionally, fate throws one into my lap.
All of the men at the club are from wealthy German families, I gather.
Yes, but it's not quite that simple. I am a believer in self-determination. Each man at the club must also be personally accomplished and gifted.
Really?
Absolutely. For example, von Eigner owns one of Germany's biggest meat butchering plants.
Wow.
And he runs an elite private brewery. It's true he inherited the business, but he's expanded it a great deal.
A butchery. Huh. And the others?
Price is recognized as one of the best trial lawyers in Germany. He seems pleasant enough in person, but you would be surprised how vicious he can be in a courtroom.
And Henneman?
Is with the government. He has a prominent position and is an acknowledged contender for higher office.
Really? How high?
There have been newspaper reports that predicted the highest.
That would be convenient for his friends, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Such men are an asset to everyone who knows them.
And Baron von Zell?
Von Zell's family owned the majority of stock of one of Munich's oldest banks.
In his own personal accomplishments?
Gar is a quite promising young man. He was always top of his class, the best at anything he did.
Which guy is this? They all look like
I
old
keep
guys.
picking up a past tense here.
You haven't seen him at his best. He's going through a rough spot lately, I'm afraid.
Have you ever heard of the Black Wolf?
I'm so sorry.
Hitting close to home, I guess.
Gunther! Würden Sie das bitte reinigen?
You barely got me.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Danke. I feel so clumsy. Danke, Gunther. What was it you asked again?
Nothing.
I asked if you'd ever heard of the Black Wolf.
Of course, you did. I suppose you just startled me.
Really breathing into his
These
mic.
killings in the papers. They've really got me derailed.
Any particular reason?
People getting slaughtered. Children. In broad daylight. Nature can seem cruel.
Who could have done it?
But it is orderly. It does not waste or torture. Not like this. And with the club espousing what we do, Our philosophy does not support this kind of thing.
I'm sure that's true.
I apologize.
We have a renegade werewolf then?
It's just... I'm concerned that we are not put in the best of light under these circumstances.
Did one of...
To promote hunting on these atrocities in the papers. You must understand. The nature I promote is not a murderer. When a healthy beast kills, it takes only what it needs to survive, and it does so respectfully. It is only the man who is capable of such a pointless slaughter. I'll be glad when this has passed. I'm sure the other men feel the same way.
Was one of the guys, he turned into a werewolf, going rogue and killing in a manner that he does not consider proper. This looks like a Man of Steel Soul
That's a great
thing.
mask. Mind if I take a look?
Be my guest.
Interesting. Is it African?
No, Indian.
Oh.
I picked it up in Brazil.
Huh.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Von Glauer says it's Indian.
Picked it up in Brazil. So that goes back to the Hands of the Sun guys. Who, if I remember correctly, were like the Schottenjägers? Have a seat. Really likes that mask.
I'm not sure what else to say.
Okay, I guess is that it? We looked at the mask. Just doing a little pixel hunting. Alright, I guess that's it. Okay, thanks, Baron. Bye.
I should get going.
All right. Visit me again. Soon.
Sorry, Grace. I think Gabriel's got someone new he's interested in. It's not just me, right? The Baron was like low-key, like coming on to him, right? They wrote that in a way that felt very, had a lot of tension. Okay, we got something new to say to Ubergrau. Talk about all these missing people that we learned about from the Commissar.
You mentioned the possibility of my using your secretary for research?
Anytime.
Great.
You have
I
Grace.
wouldn't ask, but I need a newspaper search done, and
Okay.
my German sucks.
No problem. What exactly are you looking for?
Missing persons. Actually, missing persons cases that occurred in or near forested areas.
How far back do you want to go?
10 years?
Okay, I can spare her later in the day. We should have it ready for you by tomorrow.
Wow.
Great. Thanks.
Good at research. Sorry, Grace, you're out. We're hiring Red Tight Secretary as our new researcher. Okay.
Well, I'm off.
So that'll be ready for the next chapter, probably.
I'm not much in the mood for meat at the moment.
Okay. I feel like that's something we're definitely going to do at one point. Okay, I'm going to go to the Hunters Club. I'll be right back. Okay, I quickly looked at the universal hint system, and it says there's a basement door here that's locked. Somewhere. Is it in here?
It won't do much good to keep trying it. It's locked.
Okay. So I need to find a key. That's as far as I looked. It just said there was a locked basement door. And I didn't read anything more.
It's in German.
Let's see. Where, if I were a key, where would I be?
And I thought Germans only. And I thought.
Does Xavier know anything about a key? He's not going to give it to me, even if I asked him.
I think I've pumped that particular well dry.
Yuck. Can we go out the back?
It just leads to a back alley. Nice plant. Dead things. Just the right size for the big bad wolf to come down the chimney. Unless he's already here. I don't think I should get too
If I were a key, where would I be? I need to distract Xavier somehow. Do I use the cuckoo clock?
And I thought Germans.
Yeah, I need to distract him. And I feel like the cuckoo clock's the key. Oh, the police are gone. Okay. So can I get into that alley? Where's that alley? I feel like it should be back here, right? There's a knocker in the cuckoo clock. I can use the knocker in the cuckoo clock to make it sound like someone's knocking on the back door to distract Xavier. I did look up a little bit. It just said distract him by knocking on the back door. I thought, okay, well, I gotta go out to the alley and knock on the back door. It won't let me get to the alley. But now I'm remembering what the guy said to me.
It just leads to a back alley.
Can I open it up?
You never know when a little woodpecking will come in handy.
Ah, there we go. The plant, finally. He's gonna hear that all the way back there?
I think I've pumped that particular well dry.
How long do I have to wait? Okay, I just didn't wait long enough last time. That's really loud.
I can hear.
Also, not suspicious or awkward at all.
Everything all right?
Everything is fine, Herr Knight.
Just standing there looking like a goofy American. Okay, so now we have these keys. The last Grace chapter, other than me not knowing where the post office was, was fairly intuitive. This chapter is way less intuitive, like figuring out that I needed the cuckoo clock, figuring out that I need to put it in the plant to draw his attention. Like, I don't know how I would have figured any of that out. I must have had a walkthrough when I had this game originally. I bet I bought one. Or a hint guide or something, whatever they had in 1995 for the Sierra games.
I should probably return those keys first before Xavier notices they're gone.
Okay, now do we have to wind it back up?
Why would I want...
Okay. Now we go back and stand around and wait for it to happen again and sneak the keys back. Hey everyone. I'm different now. I had a lot of problems with the game getting stuck in this part of the quest. And there was a series of cascading failures, so I actually had to come back and re-record some of this. And then I realized that I only had like a few things left to do to finish chapter 3. So I'm just gonna play to the end of chapter 3. We're not that far from the end. That's the same scene we saw before. Nothing new there. Okay. Before I go down into the basement, there is one more thing I need to do. Oh, remember how I was looking at the map in the commissar's office? Oh, gosh, darn it. And I was like, oh, a phone number. Well, I went back to the farmhouse and actually tried to use the phone, and it didn't let me do that. Because I think I have to use my notebook on it to write down the notes. So we're gonna do that. I knew I had to do something with that phone number, but I was like, why is he not remembering this phone number? Because you need an object. Right, you need a card with a number on it or an address on it. So I need to write down this number, and then I can use that number on my notepad to interact with the phone and then call it. Yeah, Gabriel. Okay, so let's try this. That works. Okay. I was looking at the universal hint system to not trying to dig too deep, but I wanted to see how many chapters I had left. And actually, once we finish this chapter, we'll be halfway through the game. And in the process, when I was trying to figure out how much I had left to do, they were like, copy down the number. And I was like, copy down the number with what? And I'm like, oh my God, he has a notebook. Of course. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, so now we'll go back to the farmhouse and give him a call. I don't know what's going to happen when I call this number. We'll find out. Is this the number? Okay. Rotary phone, yo. I had one growing up.
Hello? Hello. My name is Knight. I'm an American associate of Herr Grossberg's.
Yes? I was just calling the people in Herr Grossberg's address book to notify them. Have you heard that Herr Grossberg has...
Yes, I know about his death.
Yes, I'm sorry. Would you mind giving me your name again so I can check you off the list?
Knight.
Ella Hoffman... I'm not finding you.
Could you check under Vaughn? It's Von Knight.
Oh, so, yes, Von. Von Eigner, von Frank, von Stein. You're not under Von either.
Excuse me, did you say Von Agner?
Yes?
Do you know Von Agner?
I don't know him. I don't know most of Grossberg's business contacts.
Grossberg knew him.
If this is about money, you're out of luck. All the accounts are locked until someone comes in and takes over. Besides, there's nothing in them anyway.
Really? Well, could you just look up an account balance for me?
I can't. The address book is all I have. The police have taken Herr Grossberg's ledgers.
Oh, well, thank you.
Goodbye.
Okay, so we're trying to figure out how this latest murder victim is related to everyone else. I'm not sure if I should go back to the police officer right now. If there's something, I'll show to you. If there's not, I'll cut it.
The police station is closed.
Oh, it's closed, so never mind. So I think... there's not much to do at Perlock, I think. We talked about the mask. I think I need to go back to the club. Why do they always put me on this side? Go back to the club, go down to the basement. And then maybe that's the end of it. I'll be right back. Okay, the store is open now, so we can go downstairs. I'm gonna save it. See, I actually had a save there. It's called the Ritual Room, which is not foreboding at all. Everyone's got a ritual room. Alright, so I think we can get caught down here. So I'm actually just gonna save over this real quick, because if we get caught, I don't want to have to replay the thing over and over again. Alright, let's look around.
Aren't some of these endangered species?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't some of these endangered?
Okay.
Just a guess, but I don't think this stuff has much to do with hunting.
Got a little journal here. Who's this? What's this?
Rice, Von Agner, Henneman. I met them all last night. I wonder what these figures mean.
So Von Agner, the gal on the phone, mentioned him. He's a member of the club. Okay, let's leave. Yeah. I already looked at all that. I think we're good here. Bunch of guns?
What the hell do these guys hunt anyway? Photos of the club hunts. Looks like Von Glauer and Von Zell monopolized the camera. Or the hunts.
I like these photos. Bang up job. Aw, white tiger, rude. Yucky. I don't like these guys. Huh? Okay.
Mr. Knight?
Hey.
This room is for members. Only.
Well?
Oh, sorry. The door was open. I'll go up.
Wait! I'd better make sure you do not take another unexpected detour. After you.
Okay, maybe getting caught is inevitable. Maybe that's fine. We looked in the journal. I don't think there was anything else to look at down here.
Sava, kommen Sie!
This is the young guy I think the Baron was talking about. I was like, who's
Ja, Baron Von Zell?
there's a
I
young
found
guy?
the basement door unlocked and Herr Knight below. Perhaps you could keep a better eye on the keys in the future.
I will, Baron von Zell.
You mad at me?
May I speak with you, Baron von Zell?
Yes? What is it?
All right, well, let's talk about this guy.
So, what do you do for a living, Baron von Zell?
For a living? My family is in banking, Herr Knight. What do you do for a living?
Me? I'm a writer.
A writer? How aggressive of you.
Okay.
I take it you're particularly fond of hunting. I noticed the photographs downstairs. You and the Baron sure do get around.
We are the best? You may find that out for yourself someday.
Oh, I'm anxious for us to hit the field. I have a feeling there's a lot I could learn from you.
You may find yourself more challenged than you can imagine.
True. I don't get in as much practice as I'd like, and hunting's like any other sport. The more you do it, the better you get.
Bullshit. Hunting is a matter of the spirit, of will.
So it is.
All right, dude.
However, Evan could see that von Glover and I have had more practice than the others in the club. We used to hunt together quite a bit.
Used to? You don't hunt together anymore?
No, not often.
Did you fall out of love? Oh, so sad.
Are you and von Glauer too busy to hunt much these days, or have y'all fallen out?
I suppose I've simply outgrown him.
Whoa.
Really? In what way?
You wouldn't understand.
Oh.
Is this guy the werewolf?
How about telling me about the other club members?
I have a better idea. Why don't you tell me about yourself?
Like what?
For example, why are you in Munich?
Oh, I'm just vacationing and thought I'd stop by on my way through.
Really? And where are you staying in Munich?
Outside of town a ways.
Which suburb?
I'm on a farm, actually. And you know, I don't remember the name of the area. Probably couldn't pronounce it anyway.
Yes. Quite curious for someone with a supposedly high Germanic background.
Yep. I guess going out and making your mark on the rest of the world will do that to a family line.
This guy's aggressive. I'm wondering if he's the renegade werewolf.
The club seems to be an exciting place. Do y'all travel much as a group?
No.
Really? You don't hunt abroad?
We are all very busy men.
No, isn't that odd?
Also, he's got, I guess it's blonde. You know, Gabriel's got reddish brown hair. This guy's just kind of more of a dirty blonde.
So, how do you like the club?
Herr Knight, if you wish to learn about the club, you should keep your mouth shut and observe.
Have you ever heard of the Black Wolf?
No.
Definitely not.
You mentioned that y'all don't go on hunting trips abroad?
We do not.
But those trophies in the basement, y'all really have white tigers in Germany or lions?
The majority of what the club hunts are far more common species, Herr Knight. The trophies in the basement are exceptions, and they were obtained quite legally.
Oh, you misunderstand me, Baron von.
I think not. In any case, the basement is not public territory, and its contents are, therefore, none of your concern.
Of course, I do apologize.
As a guest of this club, the why you are a guest of this club is a mystery.
I'm not a guest, I'm a member.
But as a guest, perhaps you should limit your prowling and sniffing to areas which you are offered openly by those who belong here.
You're so right.
Remember how Grace's research was talking about how they're like aggressive, like people who are werewolves are aggressive? I'm getting that vibe from this guy. Also, if the hair is reddish brown, then I feel like it's not the other Baron, the guy who leads this, because he's got really dark hair, right? So, okay, well, what's left? Let me save it real quick. Maybe we'll go, can we go back and talk to the other Baron then in Perlock? We'll try that. That's the only other person I can think of talking to. Because the Commissar's not gonna care. I do not believe. And Perlock was blinking when I was using the hint system. Right? Yep. So let's see if we can talk to this Baron again. I can't remember his name.
Gabriel! Come in. Please, sit down.
Sorry to bother you again.
But we haven't finished our conversation.
More wine!
Tell me, what have you been up to?
Not... Okay. I can ask him about the basement.
There's something about the club I don't quite understand.
Yes?
I get the feeling you're not your average, ordinary hunting club.
No?
Well, that room in the basement, for instance.
I gather you've been exploring.
Well, the door was open.
It doesn't matter. You are right. Yes. Die Königlich Bayerische Hofjagdloge is more than just a hunting club. We share certain philosophical beliefs as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious about these philosophical beliefs of yours. Can I talk you into enlighten me?
Are you really interested?
Yes.
Would I ask?
You seem to be the sort of man who would appreciate our way of thinking. The men at the club and I, it is our desire to reconnect with our true physical nature.
Go on.
Think of it this way. What makes men different from any other species on this planet?
4chan, Reddit.
Civilization. Of course. Oh, it's not a bad thing, human society. But it has come at a terrible price. Through civilization, man has lost his physical self, his sensory power, his instinct, if you will. He became fat and lazy, a dulled, rusted blade.
And those are my good days.
Picture a beast in the woods. It is alert. It smells. It sees. It feels everything around it. It can tell where some other animal has passed days before, where food is to be found. It can sense danger. You put civilized man in the woods, and he's comparably deaf, dumb, and blind.
I hear you, but isn't some of that related to physical makeup? Our senses of smell and hearing aren't as sharp as those of wolves, for example.
That's just it. Surely men once had those abilities.
You think so? I mean, like,
As generations of city dwellers
we were never wolves.
failed to use their most acute senses, genetically they started to fall away, the way limbs wither when not exercised. I believe we can hold this degeneration. And not only hold it, but recover that which was lost.
It's an interesting concept. Do you have any proof that such powers are recoverable?
Proof? I felt things myself. Keener hearing, sharper smells, but documentable proof? That is harder. To what extent we can recover these primal abilities, and what some of those abilities might prove to be, that is what we still struggle to find out.
You're very convincing, Friedrich. There's no doubt that the potential is fascinating.
Tell me anything at all.
How does one go about trying to get back in touch with one's physical self? Does it have something to do with hunting?
You are right. That's part of it, yes. Man is, or was, a predator. But unfortunately, he was too smart for his own good. He figured out how to raise his prey in pens. Hunting helps us get back in touch with our predator soul.
Do you? Get back in touch with your predator soul?
Some of us have been more successful at tapping into that than others.
Some of us have become werewolves. Oh my gosh.
So how has this philosophy affected the men in the club?
The men at the club are all excellent specimens who have used the philosophy to increase their success and power.
So your woods becomes corporate headquarters, your prey the competition.
Some of the technique can be applied, yes. When the senses are primed, one can pick up all sort of feedback that is normally lost in the haze.
Speaking hypothetically, do you think it would be possible to take this philosophy too far?
Funny that should occur to you so quickly. It hadn't occurred to me for the longest time. I hope not.
Are we done? Can we be done talking? Oh, thank God. Okay. So now.
Well, I hate to say it, but I should go.
I think now we go back to the club. All right, let's see what's going to happen in here now. Anything? Oh, here we go. I think this is the end.
Good night.
And you, Herr Price? You look a little wet.
Oh, I was visiting a friend nearby, and I thought that I should take a shower before sailors arrived. I was a bit automatic.
Was this a romantic friend you went to see? Did your romantic friend make you aromatic?
Well, how thoughtful.
Is this another conversation we're gonna have here?
Herr Price?
We just spoke, but
Yes.
well, this guy's creepy. Okay, here we go.
Baron von Glau mentioned that you're a lawyer.
Yes. And fortunately for me these days, I have enough money to where I only have to take those cases which interest me. I enjoy my leisure time.
And what do you do with your leisure time?
I entertain.
Probably a dumb question, but what sort of entertaining do you do?
I don't want to know, actually.
Do you like women, Herr Knight?
I've been known to.
I adore them. You might call it an obsession.
Okay, bud.
The stalk, the dance, the bait, the hook.
And what do you do once you've hooked him?
Oh, you know. You're quite the pleasurist yourself. Or have I misled you?
You're probably just getting a whiff of the past, Herr Price. What do you think of the club philosophy?
It works, doesn't it?
Does it?
Does it?
We're all animals, but I deny it.
So you don't believe in suppressing anything?
Why would I want to suppress my urges? If your body wants something, it must be natural.
Well, what if you get the natural urge to rip someone's throat out?
Well, fortunately, my instincts run to pleasure. Of the equally sticky but less fatal kind.
But what about those whose instincts are fatal? Shouldn't they suppress?
I believe that nature handles that scenario when it occurs here, Knight.
And how does it do that exactly?
In the wild, when a member of society does not conform, he is hunted down and executed. End of mutant instinct. And its genetic bloodline.
Don't talk about your sticky instincts ever again.
Tell me about the other club members.
Oh, they're all right. Don't worry about Vonzel. He's a bastard to everyone these days.
Okay. These days.
PMS?
I don't know what his problem is. Oh, he's always been an arrogant bastard, competitive on the hunts, ambitious. But still, aren't we all? He was decent enough at one time. In fact, he was Von Glower's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And he was an asset as a friend. But things change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Van Glauer mentioned that was talking about him in the past tense, right? So they're definitely on the outs.
And what about the other club members?
Like who?
Henneman, for example. I've heard he's in line for a position extremely high up in the government.
Henneman, he is a drunk. His days as a political superstar are over. My friends at the courthouse tell me that he has been marked for early retirement. One less politician to worry about, huh?
When did Von Zell begin to change?
Oh, he's been getting worse for a long time. I remember a hunting trip about a year ago. That was the last time I remember that we were all together and having a good time. He must have started getting difficult after that.
Why? For what reason?
Seems like you've pretty much written Von Zell off yourself. Any particular reason?
Look, it's one thing when he insults the rest of us. But when he insults a baron, I heard him arguing once. When Glover told Von Zell he'd acted stupidly about something or the other, Von Zell was furious.
What'd he say?
He told the baron that he was weak. Bastard. I don't know why the baron didn't get away with it. I mean, I would have said something at the time, but, well, it was a private conversation.
Uh-huh. When was this?
I don't know. 5, 6 weeks ago?
Did they just decide to use completely different microphones for that scene? Like, did they have to come back and record that and they lost their old microphone? It was terrible. Oh, God, I'm sorry.
How was Von Zell an asset as a friend?
He is a banker.
Are you saying he loaned you money?
He's always willing to help out his good friends.
Why would anyone in this club need money? I thought y'all were models of success.
Yes, well, fortunately, I took less advantage of Von Zell's hospitality than some.
Have you ever heard of the Black Wolf?
Yes.
No. Wow.
Really, where?
Wasn't expecting that.
I don't know. Just sounds familiar.
Will you tell me if you remember?
Of course.
The reinforcements have arrived.
Everyone's on to you now because you keep asking about the Black Wolf.
My brilliant man, good cheer to you both. Where's the beer?
Guten Abend, mein Herr. Good evening.
Guten Abend.
Wieder eine Steine messen.
Ja.
Abend.
Abend. Baron von Zell.
There's our boy.
Familia. How are you all this evening? Hello. Gabriel, I'm glad you could join us.
I need to speak with the baron. Enjoy your evening, Herr Knight.
Thanks. I will.
Look at those boots.
May I speak to you for a minute?
What is it, Bryce?
Gabriel's been asking about the Black Wolf? Do you know about that? What's this deal? Why is he asking about that so much? Oh, I'm going to save it because I don't want to have beer time. I want to have those conversations over again. Okay, now what?
Ich habe meinen Nachmittagstermin abgesagt. Wir treffen uns hier 4 Uhr?
Ja, so viel ich weiß. Ja, so, good evening, Herr Knight.
Henneman, Von Agner?
You care to join us?
Sure. Thanks.
Von Agner is, oh gosh. I thought I was so close to being done. Von Agner, I mean, I am, but I didn't realize there was going to be this much talking. We need to know more about Von Agner.
I've spoken to several of the club members today, but I haven't had a chance to speak with you yet, Herr Von Agner.
How tragic. No one in this club talks better than I do.
Oh, true, very true.
Perhaps tomorrow?
I'd be delighted.
Okay. He's not going to tell me his life story right now.
I haven't had a chance to get to know you yet, Herr Henneman.
Well, I'm already beyond serious conversation tonight, I'm afraid.
Oh, is this the drunk?
Tomorrow's fine.
The politician?
Have you guys heard about the mutilation killing last night? Happened right around the corner.
Awful, simply awful.
I'd meant to get a newspaper, but the time got away from me. Do you have any details?
A few. The victim was a man named Grossberg. He ran a furrier business in town.
Horrible. You know, this zoo wolf business is inexcusable. The mayor has been spoken to, and quite seriously. Even the prime minister is concerned.
Did you know Grossberg, Herr von Ack?
Me? Grossberg? Why, no, no. Why do you ask?
What made you think that?
I just thought you're both in the animal processing business.
Munich is a big city, Herr Knight.
So it is. Well, I was just curious.
You didn't look like you were about to have a panic attack just a moment ago.
So what were y'all talking about when I came up?
Tomorrow's little excursion. Will you be joining us?
Our monthly hunting trip.
A hunt trip? Really? Where?
Our lodge is at Eppenberg. It's in the Bavarian National Forest. We leave tomorrow afternoon.
Well, gosh, you know, that sounds great, but I need to have my gun cleaned and...
Oh, there are plenty of guns at the lodge.
Yeah, Von Eigner, perhaps the Baron did not mean for Herr Knight to join us quite so soon.
Oh, hell, why not then? Baron?
Von Eigner?
Our hunting trip tomorrow. Will our new American friend be going with us?
Tonight? Well, I don't see why he could...
Of course not. He's not a club member. He's probably not even registered with the license office.
Nonsense, Gar. The sooner we get to see his technique, the better. We'll just slip him in, and he can register properly when we get back.
But that's not legal.
Since when do you care about legalities? It's only a hunting license?
I agree. I would enjoy Gabriel's presence very much.
Gabriel.
Well, enough said. The Baron should certainly get whatever he wants, shouldn't he? Perhaps it will be an interesting exercise at that.
Dude, you're not Van Glauer's favorite anymore because I think of your own actions.
Hey.
Can I join you in a moment, Gabriel? Price and I are almost finished.
Okay. I'll be around.
Don't make me talk to these two.
Yes, Herr Knight?
How's it going?
Fine. Would you excuse us, please? We are discussing something private.
Oh, sure.
All right. Oh, that's Herr Dr. Klingman. So, do I just go then? I feel like...
I don't think I should get too comfy around here.
Maybe do I go home? I don't know what else I would do here. Okay. I'm not sure I would have ever figured this out.
Just the right size for the big bad wolf to come down the chimney.
Just wanted to grab a magazine.
Just wanted to grab a magazine.
Then grab one.
Thanks.
Can't read it.
Ich bin sicher, es ist kein Reiter.
Okay, so now apparently you put the recorder inside the magazine.
That's a thought.
So did I combine them?
Just wanted to put this magazine back.
Isn't it gonna be lumpy?
It wasn't very good.
You wouldn't
I wouldn't
notice?
recommend it.
Okay.
Ah, Herr Baum.
Gentlemen, excuse me, please.
See you later, Von Agner.
I apologize for not getting to you sooner. Have you been enjoying yourself?
Oh, it's been loads of fun.
Good. I'm glad you're going with us tomorrow. We don't get started until the afternoon, so...
Really looked him up and down.
Won't have to worry about staying up late tonight.
I have to warn you, my hunting's kind of rusty.
I'm sure you'll do just fine.
Was?
Mist.
I demand to know what you're doing at this club.
Me?
Baron Gonzalo. Really?
Are you aware that this guest of yours has been asking intimate questions? Poking around in our personal affairs? He must be a reporter. Or the police.
What do we have to fear from a reporter?
Paranoid.
Or the police? Although I can promise you, her knight is neither.
Rightfully so.
You don't care that he's prying into our private business? What possible motive could he have?
Gar! Please. He's my guest. You're the one who's turning that into an inquisition.
Then it is on your head.
I guess you could say his hair is reddish brown.
I apologize for that.
More so than anyone else in the club.
You've defended me. I'm not exactly helping the harmony around here.
Believe me, the harmony was shattered a long time before you came. Gonzalo gets territorial. I'm tired of it, frankly.
Well, I should go anyway. I wanted to clean up before tonight.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Oh,
Good luck
night,
tonight.
night.
I should be home soon. See you then.
Okay. Oh, did he just grab his recorder? Oh, ending movie, yay! Oh. A dead animal? Aw. Rabbit? Hard to tell. Impossible to tell. Thanks for the snack. Okay. Hooray. We're gonna have to watch the opening movie here. Back to Grace. Okay. Is it King Ludwig? Huh, that face. Am I watching a Korean variety show? Okay. I didn't get the FMV looks so terrible at this resolution. And I'm running Scum in a slightly different way, and it may have affected the FMV's qualities. So I had a really hard time looking at that character's face, and I couldn't tell if it was meant to be Ludwig or if it was meant to be Van Glauer. I'm not sure. So we'll I guess we'll find out more in the next chapter. Well, thanks for joining me. I've got some snacks in the fridge. If you want to grab them for the road, feel free. Take whatever you like. And when you get home, make sure you ring me so I know you've gotten home safe. All right? So drive safe, and I'll see you next time.